So guys, we are back with another rebuild episode of Football Manager 2021. And today, as you can see on the screen, we're taking over Sheffield United. Going to be a fun one, I think. We're going to replay that the last season, 2020 season of the Premier League, where Sheffield United found themselves in dead last place and relegated. We're going to see if we can turn back the clock and keep that from happening. So if you watch my other rebuild videos, you know we may end up relegated in the first round, and then the rebuild might end there. We'll see. I don't know. They might sack me, and then that'll be that. So let's take a look at the team. We look at our tactics. First, let's talk about these injuries. So, starting striker, out. Ramsdale, out. Jack Robinson, out. Chris Basham, out for extended periods of time, months out at a time. So it's going to be a hard start for sure. So we're going with Brewster, McBurney up top, Fleck, Burge, Lundstrom in the mid. Stevens and Baldock are our wingbacks, and Egan and Padu and O'Connell in the back. And should it be Moore or should it be... who's our other keeper? Where is he? Fotheringham? I'm saying that right. Yeah, it looks like it should be Simon Moore here. So that's the team going forward. We're going with the 5-3-2 in a defensive tactic. So we're going to go forward and see. We only had $1 million in the transfer budget, so we didn't bring in anyone. No one's left, and this is how we're going forward. Our friendlies, we drew 0-0, 1-2-1, lost 0-2, 1-0 win, and then lost to Porto 2-0 before we start. First match of the season is against Burnley, and then we go into the EFL Cup second round against Derby County. So let's get to it, and we'll simulate through this first season and see if we stay up top in the Premier League. So the first season is over, and let's just say we didn't change history. So here's the end of the season, the 2020 season. Our new arrivals, Koulibaly, 3 goals, 2 assists for us. Impadu, he had some injury time for us. Jaden Bogle, no goals, no assists, 6.5. I mean, basically everyone played terrible. Ryan Brewster, 2 goals, 1 assist. A lot of talent on the team. Just they played horrible. So maybe it was the formation and the tactics. Transfers out, Malin, 2 goals, 2 assists, 3 and 6 for Carruthers. 11 goals for Leon Clark, 36-year-old forward. So, yeah, definitely want to transfer him out. Loans. Luke Freeman here played well. 29-year-old attacking midfielder. Nice-looking attributes. 47 appearances, 8 goals, 9 assists. Pretty good. So, let's see the season results. And we finished dead last. 4 wins, 7 draws, 27 losses, 19 points on the season. So, we are going down. And I'm expecting to get fired, but I don't know just yet. So we wanted to avoid a relegation battle. We finished 20th. FA Cup, we were knocked out in the 4th round by Lincoln City. And the Carabao Cup, we made it to the 2nd round. We were knocked out by Derby County. So they were upset. The board was upset about that one and not so upset about the FA Cup. Moments to remember: 3-1 win over Oldham Athletic. 2-0 win over Fulham, and a 3-1 win over Oldham. Same game. We got our Fleck got the goal of the season for us. Finances, everything is in A. So I'm not sure how we did previously. Oh, well, they were relegated, so it wouldn't show that. Burge, Musette, Fleck, McBurney, and Norwood are top shirts, and 14,000 of them were sold. How we lined up: the 5-3-2. 10 goals for Musette, 6 and 5 for McBurney, Lundstrom 1 and 2, 4 and 1 for Sanderberge, 2 goals, 5 assists for Fleck, 1 and 1 for Stevens, 3 assists for Baldock, Basham 1 assist, and Ramsdale got an assist on the day, on the year too. Accolades, of course, none for the manager. Ramsdale Fans Player of the Season, Young player of the season, Aaron Ramsdale. John Fleck with the goal of the season, Musette. Top goal scorer with 10, McBurney. Most assists with 5. Ramsdale had 4 player of the match award, so good for him. And highest average rating, 7.0 for Ramsdale. Competition awards, 0. Record breakers, Musette with 10 goals in the season, Fleck with 5 assists. I'm not sure if maybe something's broken with this right now. Hopefully that's not true for Sheffield United. Aaron Ramsdale, 8 clean sheets, 4 player of the match awards, and John Fleck, 9 yellow cards and 1 red card on the season. So there we go. Let's see if we got sacked or not. Let's see. Unwilling to. Let's go through these. 1.393 million we received. Record high. Let's see. Record high number of league defeats for us. I mean, just setting records for everything that we were terrible in. Club Vision, play possession football. So it looks like we're going to stay around and we'll be in the championship. So we're going to try to lift ourselves back up in the Premier League. And hopefully we can get there for sure. So we'll play our off season and get ready for the championship and see how our team turns out. I'm thinking a lot of guys are going to be leaving. Remains to be seen. So let's find out. So here we go. It is the start of season 2. We are in the championship trying to fight our way up. So the team we're going to go with is Musette up top. We brought in Gabriel Martinelli in from loan from Arsenal. McBurney out wide right. Fleck, Burge, Norwood, Stevens, O'Connell, Egan, and Jaden Bogle at the right fullback spot. Ramsdale in goal. And let's see, we brought in Nani Madueke, who looks really good. We're going to have him come off the bench. He's only 19 years old. Hopefully we'll have him the whole 4 years. Well, he's a loan. Maybe we can keep loaning him in. So we'll look at our transfer history. Martinelli, and we brought in Cameron Brannigan in from Oxford United in the midfield spot. He looks like he can give us some depth off the bench. Few guys left, 5, none of them with really any consequence, just young guys that weren't going to play. Our schedule for our friendlies looked really good. We won all of them. We even beat Wolfsburg, which is a nice win in my opinion. We start off with Hull City, and I'm hoping that we can get promoted in just this one season and not have to sit down for a while in purgatory. So we have $14.5 million left in our transfer budget. We're going to let that sit, and when we come back, because part of this rebuild is also not running the team into the ground. So our finances have gone up dramatically. We're at $80 million overall, $8 million income this month, 14 expended, which was mostly transfer payments of a little under $10 million. So we're going to simulate, and then we're going to come back and check out how we did and if we got promoted. On our bench, we got Moore, Soppy, Madueke, Ryan Brewster, Norrington, Davies, Brannigan, and McGoldrick. As you can see here, we have some guys just on our squad list that may or may not get some playing time. We also, forgot to mention that, going with an attacking 4-3-3. Hopefully that'll give us some more goals, and that'll translate into wins. Since we are in the championship and we are a Premier League team, we should be able to attack and be the favorites in most of these matches. So we'll be right back. So here we are. It's the end of the 2021 season, our first one in the championship. So let's get to it and see how this one ended up. New arrivals, we brought in Gabriel Martinelli. He ended up with 4 goals and 3 assists. Nane Madueke came off the bench for us with 1 assist. Soppy, no goals, no assists for us. And Brannigan, 1 goal and 4 assists. So not too great, not too bad. Transfers out. Dorian Banab, 16 goals, 7 assists for AS Vitre. Not sure where that's at. And Anton Lopez, 11 goals, 3 assists there. So no real big losses. Season results. We finished in 20th place. So don't tell me how that... And start over. So we finished in 20th place. They wanted us to finish in the top half. It was not a good season. I'm not sure. Well, I'll take that back. I do know why, and I'll show you in a second. FA Cup, we were knocked out in the 4th round by West Brom. And the Carabao Cup, we were knocked out in the third round by Norwich. And let's see the moments to remember. 5-0 win over Luton Town. Match to remember is 3-0 win over Cardiff, and goal of the season from Ryan Brewster. A marvelous goal from the striker as he dribbles the ball from within his own half before scoring a powerful effort. Our money, sponsorship money is up, everything else is down. Ramsdale, Burge, Musette, Fleck, and McBurney are the top shirts. And season-wise, 5 goals, no assists, Sharp. 2 goals, 1 assist, Brewster. 14 goals, 3 assists for Musette. And on down the line, we just could not score, even though we have a ton of guys up top. And I need to get to the bottom of it. So, player awards, club, fans player of the season, Ramsdale. Young player of the season, Ramsdale. Signing of the season, Sapi. Ryan Brewster. Goal of the season, is it Ryan or Ryan? Ryan, I think, right? Musette, 14 goals, top goal scorer, most assists, 7. And 3 player of the match awards for Ramsdale. Competition awards, none. Record breakers, 14 goals for Musette and 7 assists for McBurney. 14 clean sheets for Ramsdale. So, season 3, we will see ourselves back in the championship. And we need to find some kind of way to make this happen. We went attacking this time. We went defensive our first season in the Premier League. That didn't work. We went attacking in this last season. That didn't work. So let's Goldilocks this one and go balanced. And hopefully we can get in the playoff spot at least. So we'll play through this off season and we'll come back and show you our team for season 3. So here we go. We're getting ready for the next season for this Sheffield United rebuild, in air quotes, rebuild. Martinelli up top, Madueke out wide left, McBurney out wide right, Norwood, Burge. We brought in Rico Henry, Femenia, the 31-year-old Spanish player. Brian, we brought in James Tarkowski to solidify our defense a little bit, and Reece Williams out there on the right side. Ramsdale in goal again. He's been doing his job. Moore, Norrington Davies, Brannigan, Jebison, Maguire, Simmons, and Sapi. We brought in Xavi Simmons from PSG on loan, just to maybe have a little excitement and depth in the place. So right now, Ryan Brewster, Josh Emmanuel, Jaden Bogle, and Lise Musette all injured for us. So once again, we are bitten by the injury bug and suffering because of it. So let's play through this season and see what happens. So here we are. It's the end of season 3, the end of the 2022 season. Things got a little bit better, but not as good as they should have been. So our new arrivals, Reece Williams, he played well, 6.96 rating, 3 goals, 50 appearances. Tarkowski, 6.8, 1 goal, 1 assist, 51 appearances. Femenia, 50 appearances, 3 goals, 8 assists from the fullback there, 6.8 rating. Rico Henry, 4 goals, 6 assists from another fullback. Xavi Simmons, no goals, 2 assists for him. Transfers out, no one made big splash anywhere. We let go of John Fleck, Robinson, O'Connell, Egan, Stevens. These are all hovering around that 30-year-old mark that we just needed to move on from, I felt. 3 goals, 1 assist for Terry Reynolds, out on loan, the 17-year-old Englishman. And that's it for the ins and the outs. We finished 15th. We were about 18 points out of a playoff spot, so not great. Didn't finish in the top half as we were supposed to. FA Cup knocked out in the third round by Manchester United 1-0, and knocked out of the Carabao Cup in the 4th round by Manchester City. So not terrible in those. Moments to remember, we beat Birmingham 4-0. Carabao Cup, we beat Aston Villa 3-0. And then goal of the season from Sander Berge. A top drawer goal from Sheffield United center midfielder Berge as he hits a stunning volley from 24 meters. Finances, middle of the road. 14,000 shirts sold. Ramsdale, Berge, McBurney, Musette, and Norwood, the top shirts. Stats-wise, we did pretty good. Attacking is our defending that we need to upgrade in this offseason. It's clear to me now. 16 goals, 7 assists for Martinelli. 22 goals, 8 assists for Madueke. McBurney, 11 goals, 8 assists. Norwood, 3 goals, 12 assists. 3 and 8 for Berge. 4 and 6 for Henry. 3 and 8 for Firmino. 3 goals for Reece Williams. And a 6.9 rating from Ramsdale. Accolades, none for the manager again. Fans player of the season, Berge. Young player of the season, Madueke. Signing of the season, Firmino. Goal of the season, Berge. Top goal scorer, Madueke with 22. Norwood with 12 assists. And Sander Berge with 6th player of the match awards. Record breakers, 22 goals and 12 assists from Madueke and Norwood. And most player of the match awards in a single season with 6 from Sander Berge. So that's how this one wraps up. We need to address our defending. I think our attacking is where it needs to be. Now we need to find our defenders and get out of the championship. I want to get out of the championship before we end this rebuild. So we'll simulate our offseason and get back and come back at the beginning of the next season. So here we are. We're getting ready for the start of year number 4 of this 5-year rebuild, and it has not gone well so far. We'll look at our job history real quick. And you can see we finished 20th in the Premier League to be relegated, then 20th in the championship, and then we moved up 5 places into 15th, which is terrible as well. So here's our team going forward. Patrick Cutrone, we brought in from Wolves on a loan. Gabriel Martinelli on loan. Oliver McBurney in the little advanced playmaker spot. Madueke out wide to the right. He has played really well for us. Let's see, career stats, 20 goals, 7 assists last season. So it looks like he's ready to make that next step. Brannigan and Berge in the middle, and then Rico Henry, Reece Williams, James Tarkowski, and Brandon Williams on loan from Man United. Followed up in goal with Ramsdale. On our bench, Moore, Norrington Davies, Bogle, Reynolds, Sepfar, Mahoney, and Rian Brewster. We also brought in on loan Valentino Livramento on loan from Chelsea, and he was our 6th player. I wasn't keeping track of who we brought in on loan, so he seems to be the odd man out for right now. Although Brandon Williams, he is better than Brandon Williams, so we'll see what we do about that. So let's go through this season and see if we can actually get promoted back into the Premier League for season 5. So here we are. It is the end of the 2023 season, year 4 for us in our rebuild. And look at the little icon below 2023 season. Finally, some good news here. So transfers in, we brought in Brandon Williams, 3 goals, 10 assists, and 52 appearances. Patrick Cutrone, 52 appearances, 23 goals, 9 assists. The board still gave us a C+ for that one. I don't get that. And Livramento, an A+, 6 goals, 3 assists. And Dejan Shafar, no goals, no assists in there. Transfers out. Lys Musette scored 12 goals for Sivasspor. And Tyler Smith scored 13 goals for Oxford United. So didn't lose anyone that went on to do great things. Loans, nothing to write home about there. Season results. We are the champions of the championship. 93 points on the season, 2 ahead of Brentford. An A+ from the board finally. We started off super on fire, just destroying everybody. FA Cup knocked out in the 3rd round by Hull. And the Carabao Cup knocked out in the 4th round by Millwall. But, who cares when you finally win and you get promoted. Moments to remember: biggest win 6-0 over Peterborough and 2-0 over QPR as our match to remember. And goal of the season, Madueke, who was recalled on his loan come January. He did have like 5 goals and 6 assists, so he was having a nice season for us before they pulled him back. 14,000 shirts sold: Burge, Ramsdale, McBurney, Brewster, and Brannigan. And how do we line up? 4-2-3-1 wide. 23 goals, 9 assists for Patrick Cotrone, 16 and 13 for Gabriel Martinelli. Great season from him. 6 goals, 4 assists for McBurney. 6 goals, 3 assists for Livramento. Brannigan with 6 goals and 4 assists. 1 and 3 for Burge. No goals, 5 assists for Henry. Tarkowski with 2 goals. Reese Williams with 2 goals. And Brandon Williams with 10 assists on the season. And Ramsdale even gets in there with an assist. Accolades: nothing for Sheffield United rebuild. So, fans player of the season, Burge. Young player of the season, Reese Williams. Signing of the season, Safar. Madueke, goal of the season. Top goal scorer, Patrick Cotrone with 23. Martinelli with 13 assists. 9 player of the match awards for Cotrone. Highest average rating, 7.1 with Burge, and most passes completed. Record breakers: Cotrone with 23 goals. Martinelli with 13 assists. Ramsdale with 21 clean sheets. So what a season from him. Only 25 years old and just really dominating. Cotrone, 9 player of the match awards and 18 yellow cards for Sander Burge. History in the making. So there you go. Your hard work and effort paid off on the pitch, and such a feat didn't go unrewarded at our end of season awards ceremony. Sky Bet champion. So our 5th year of our rebuild sees us back in the Premier League, since the first time since season 1. So expectations will be low, but hopefully we can end on a high note and not get relegated in this next and last season. So let's get to it. So here we are. We're ready to get into our last season of this 5-year rebuild with Sheffield United. I want to thank you guys for watching. Appreciate all your support. Please tap the like button, comment below, subscribe, share the video. Everything you want to do and can do, I appreciate, and thanks. So going into the last season, we have Cotrone back on loan for us. Up top in that striker position, he played really well for us. Last season gave us 22 goals and 8 assists in 46 matches. Ryan Brewster out wide to the left. Hopefully big things from him this season. Livramento in that winger spot. McBurney, advanced playmaker. We brought in Raheem Harper. We brought him in for cheap, and he looks like a pretty good midfielder for us. Next to Brannigan, Sander Burge is going to be in there, but he is suspended at the moment due to yellow cards. And then Henry, Reese Williams, Tarkowski, Karavev we brought in as well, and Ramsdale in goal. On the bench, Moore, Bogle, Norrington, Davies, Hackford, Sefa, Jones, and Reynolds. Sapi, Burge, Okoye on the bench right now, suspended, and work permit expired for Sapi. So we're going to figure that one out, and we will simulate through this season and see what happens if we can. My goal is to at least just stay in the Premier League and not be relegated. So let's see if that happens. So we are back, and it was a nice little season. I was impressed, and especially in one of our players. So let's take a look. The new arrivals: Rico Henry, 1 goal, 4 assists. Karavev, 0 goals, 4 assists for us in that fullback role. And midfielder Raheem Harper, 39 appearances, 5 goals, 4 assists. So pretty good. Transfers out, no one did much of anything. And loans out, nothing happened there either. Season results: we finished 15th. So we don't get relegated. We were actually at like 7th at one point, like a little bit later in the season. So there we are. We, 15th goal difference. We could have been 14th maybe. And if we'd have beat Fulham in the last game of the season, it could have been a little bit higher. The FA Cup knocked out in the 3rd round by Crystal Palace 2-0. And Carabao Cup knocked out in the 2nd round by Huddersfield Town. So, That's sad. Biggest win 6-2 over Norwich. Match to remember 3-1 win over Man City. And goal of the season from Cutrone against in that 6-2 Norwich game. Finances, everything looking up. Shirts sold 18,000. Ramsdale, Burge, Brewster, McBurney, and Harper. We lined up in the 4-2-3-1 wide. And look at this, Cutrone, 29 goals and 2 assists on the season. 14 and 8 for Brewster. 7 goals, 12 assists for Livramento. 5 and 4 for Harper. And a 7.13 for both Cutrone and Ramsdale. Accolades? None for the manager because technically I'm on holiday when I have to simulate, so it doesn't go to me. Record breakers in a season. Goals, 29 from Cutrone. Fans player of the season, Ramsdale. Young player of the season, Reece Williams. Karavev, signing of the season, goal of the season, and top goal scorer, Cutrone. Most assists with 12, Livramento. Cutrone, and Cutrone again for highest average rating and most player of the match awards. So there you go. Competition awards. Look at this. Golden Boot winner, top goal scorer, Patrick Cutrone. So an exciting season. We finished 15th. That's a big improvement over where we were for the last 4 seasons. So that's it for this rebuild. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The next one, I'm thinking we go to Spain. But if you have different ideas, comment below in the section down below, the comment section. Tap the like button if you can, if you want to help support the channel. That's all it takes is one little quick tap. And subscribe if you want to catch all of these rebuilds, and if you want to get ready for when Football Manager 2022 comes out, and for when FIFA 22 comes out, because we'll definitely be doing a career mode and a player career mode as soon as it's available. So thanks for watching this rebuild, and until next time, you guys take care.